Hey everyone, it's me Bailey and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am basically going to be reading the oldest book on my Goodreads want to read shelf. I definitely got this idea from my friend Steph over at Steph's Bookish World. She has a series on her channel called Tackle My TBR, and this is basically what she does. So I am going to be essentially doing that. I'm gonna go on my Goodreads and see which 3 books have been on there the longest, and if it is a series then I will just do the 3 books. Like, so if it's 3 books from a series, then I'll do those 3 books from that series, or if it's like 3 random ones, then I'll do it that way or whatever. And so I'm just gonna go to the bottom of my TBR and see what 3 books I'm going to be reading for this video. So of course I will be throwing up a screen recording of me looking for the books. So okay, so the first 3 books are actually a series. So basically I think my want to read shelf started as basically like my physical TBR of books that I hadn't read. So the first 3 books are a part of a series, so I will be reading the first 3 books of this series, and that is going to be the Fallen series by Lauren Kate. And so the first book is Fallen, the second book is Torment, and the third book is Passion. So it looks like I will be reading all 3 of these books in this video, and then who knows, maybe at a later date I'll do this video again and it'll be a little bit more interesting as far as like the book choices. But these are older. These are very much 2010 YA Fallen Angel series, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to feel about this series. I do only own the first 3 books, but I do know that it is a 5-book series, so who knows, maybe I'll really love it and decide to pick up the last 2 books. But I don't want to say that I doubt it, but I'm not too confident that I will want to continue the series. So I am going to start this vlog with reading Fallen. So I am going to read this while just doing stuff this weekend, I guess. I do have a pretty uneventful weekend, so I am expecting to be able to read all 3 of these in the next couple of days. So we'll see, but I am going to see if I can find these on audiobook, and that way I can listen to them while doing other things. So of course I will keep you guys updated on how my reading progress goes throughout these 3 books. Okay, so it hasn't even been like 10 minutes since I last updated, but so I went ahead and started the audiobook while I have been getting my dinner ready. And basically, so I'm on page 15, and first of all, the girl, her name is Luce, and I just don't like that. Like, it's not like Lucinda, Lucille, like Lucy, like it's literally just like Luce, and I don't like that. So yeah, I don't know, I don't want to be like this is starting off on a bad note, but I just don't like the name Luce. So also there was an epilogue that was kind of confusing, and I'm pretty sure it's like the past, I guess, but it doesn't like tell you like this is the past. I'm just gonna assume that it is the past. Okay, well, just kidding. It does tell you that's the past in the book. It tells you that it's September of 1854, but you don't know who anyone is. And obviously I'm assuming that's going to be the main character from a past life or something. I don't know, but yeah. 15 pages in, not super great. So we'll see. I'm trying not to have like really high expectations for this book because I know that if I do, my expectations are just like not going to be met. So I'm trying to be very like not disappointed if this book sucks. So also I don't think it'll take too terribly long to read. The font on the page is like very big. So the font's very big and it's only like 400 pages. I say only 400 pages, but it's like 400 pages, but the text is really big. So I'm thinking I might crank it up because I'm currently listening to it on 2.35, so I think I might just go ahead and crank it up to like 2.5 and then just go ahead and knock this baby out. So we'll see if I can end up finishing it tonight. Maybe that would be good if I can, but we'll see. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep listening and I will update you guys again later. Hey guys, so it's been a little bit now and I have made it to the 100-page mark. Yeah, and so far this is giving exactly what I thought it was gonna give. Very much, if I was 16, I would be eating this up. But since I'm no longer 16, I'm not quite enjoying it as much as I would if I were. So I'm gonna keep going with it. I do still have about 300 pages left. So I'm just gonna listen to it some more tonight. Maybe we'll see about getting it finished. It has been about 2 hours now since the last time I updated. I did stop for a while because my mom called. So I was talking to her for a little bit, but I am back and ready to get back reading and hopefully make some more progress in this. And I'll see if I can finish it tonight, but we'll see. I'm just gonna keep listening and we'll see. So I will update y'all again when I have another update to give. Hey guys, so it's actually the next morning and I thought that I was gonna end up getting this finished last night, but that ended up not being the case. I fell asleep. So I made it to page 161. So I'm about like 30% into it. So I think I will keep continuing to listen to this some more today. I do have some homework that I need to get done, so I'm thinking I'll probably listen to this while I do that. But I do see myself finishing this one today and starting the next one, and that's gonna be my goal, is to finish this one today and read about half of Torment today and then read the other half tomorrow and then Passion tomorrow. So I think that might be pretty doable. So I am going to pick this up for a little bit. It's still kind of early, not like super early. It's currently 9:30, so I think I'm going to make some coffee and pick this up. So if I have any updates, I will of course let you guys know. So I'm 200 pages in now. I'm page 211 and I've read this before. I'm pretty sure I was in like 8th grade or something when I read this. Yeah, like 7th or 8th grade, because this came out in like 2009 and I think I was in like 8th grade in like 2010 or something like that. So I've read this. Like the more that I'm like reading, like I know what this is. Like I have read this before. Interesting. But I did only read the first one. I don't think I read the rest of the series. So yeah, but I've also seen the movie to this, like, because I feel like I'm having like vague memories that were like locked away in my head that are now surfacing now that I'm currently reading this again. And I'm like literally like I know what's going on because I'm not supposed to know what's going on. Like the fact that Luce, who's the main character, and this guy Daniel are like kind of like magnets to each other, basically, where they can't like stay away from each other. But then there's also this guy Cam, who is like the third part of the love triangle, which honestly Daniel has no competition. But yeah, I like literally remember all of this. I feel like somewhere deep in my brain there was a file cabinet that's been unlocked that has the details of the story in it. So basically I feel like I know what's gonna happen and how this is gonna end. So yeah, I'm mad that it took me like 200 pages to realize that I've read this already, but yeah, I am gonna keep going because the sake of this video. But I feel like I am kind of interested in it and kind of interested in what's gonna happen. I feel like since I do know what for the most part is gonna happen in this first book, I am very interested to find out what happens in the next book maybe, but we'll see. The writing in this isn't super phenomenal or anything. Like, it is just very like basic, like easy to read writing. So yeah, it's been very like confusing, I feel like, because you don't really know what's going on. So basically our main character goes to this like boarding school type of thing that's like for like crazy people, basically teens with like mental illnesses and like criminal history. So basically it's basically like a mental institution for like teenagers, but like not really. And so she's there with all these kids after something bad has happened in her past, and it doesn't really tell you what exactly happens to him. I mean, we're 200 pages in and we still don't know what the bad thing in her past was. So there's just been like hinting at it, as well as she like sees these shadows, and that's really it. Like, that's all you really get, is like she is going to this boarding school and she is hanging out with these people at this boarding school, and she sees shadows and people think she's crazy because something happened in her past before she got there. So it's like not really giving much. Like, how am I 200 pages in and we don't know anything about anything? So I'm gonna keep going, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll update again a little bit later. Okay, so I just finished Fallen. So I'm gonna give it 2 stars, I think. Yeah, and like the ending too, so it ended kind of like in a cliffhanger. So obviously we're at the point now where there's like this war that's going on between the 2 sides of different fallen angels or something like that, and it's all basically over Luce, and like Cam and Daniel are on like 2 different sides or something, and like Cam is like a total creep. Like, I just do not like Cam, but I have this like odd feeling that she'll end up with Cam, which his literal creep. But yeah, I don't know, like, it's just not good. Like, I'm not interested in keeping going. Like, I mean, I'm going to because I'm doing this video, but I'm just like and I think it's because now, if it were done, I feel like it could be done a lot better. But for the time that it's written, because this was written over 10 years ago, so I feel like for the time it would have been really good. But for now, I'm not vibing. So I think I am gonna end up picking up Torment. I mean, I am a little interested to see like how things end up, but honestly at the end of Passion, if I get all the way to the end of it, I don't think I'll continue on to the series. Like, I think I'll probably end up just looking up spoilers, if I'm completely honest. So yeah, but so it's currently 12:35 right now, so I think what I'm going to do is turn on the audiobook for Torment, and I think I'm going to take a shower and then go get some lunch and then just try and finish Torment. So I will for sure keep you guys updated as far as like my reading progress on that, and maybe Torment will be a little bit better, but we're at the book where your main ship isn't together, and I really don't like when that happens. So we'll see, but like I said, I will of course keep you guys updated on my reading progress. Hello. So it is a little bit later now. Please excuse my hair. I know it's really big at the moment, but there's nothing in it, so excuse that. But so I just got home from going to get something to eat, and so I've just been sitting down watching an episode of Love is Blind while eating my Chick-fil-A. So I just finished eating, and I'll probably finish this episode before I start reading some more of Torment. I'm on chapter 3, so I'm about 70-ish pages into it, and I started this one like after I'd finished Fallen in like 8th grade or something. I started this one because I remember this whole school scene that's at the beginning when she has to be away from Daniel for like 18 days or something because of some sort of like truce, and how truces last like 18 days. And so she is away from Daniel at this like school for like the fallen angels and stuff. So she's like chilling out there while until those 18 days are up or something. And I remember never finishing this. Like I never finished this book. So I feel like probably about chapter 5 and after, I feel like I'm probably not going to know anything about the rest of what this is about. So that'll be good because then I won't know anything. So it'll be like reading new material. But yeah, so this book is the exact same length as the last book. It's 452 pages. So I'm thinking maybe possibly I can finish this tonight, but I'm wanting to make it at least like halfway through. So but right now it's just fun. We're getting introduced to a lot of new characters, and obviously there's like a whole new place that has to be built, like not necessarily like a new world or anything, but like she's gone to this different school, so now she has to like rebuild up the atmosphere that we already knew from the past book. So now it's basically like starting over, which I'm not the biggest fan of, especially considering we didn't really get much in the fact of why she had to leave the second book. I mean, at the end of the first book. So like we understand that she has to leave because of this war that's supposed to be happening, but we don't get any kind of glimpses into the war or how there was a truce or anything like that. So I'm just like not sure about that little tidbit there, because I'm like, okay, she's going to this new school, she's waiting for Daniel, but like why? And from what I gathered, it seems like Daniel and Cam are working together, at least in this little 18-day period, to do what? I guess save her life, save Luce, from like people who want to like kill her. So I don't know, the whole thing is just like it's making sense, but like it's not making sense at the same time, because I'm just like, why would you do that? Like, why would you have something set up? Why would you have like a school and like an atmosphere set up just to turn around and have to rewrite a whole new atmosphere? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why did they not stay at Sword and Cross, which is the name of the school that she was at? Like, why did she not stay there? Or why was the war not there? Like, why is she like running? That's what I want to know. Obviously, because I know like it plays a role in like her death and stuff like that. So I don't know, it's just it's definitely and I don't want to like overanalyze it, because I know this isn't like top tier literature or anything like that. Like it's like a YA Fallen Angels book that was written in like 2010. So it's definitely for a younger generation, and I can definitely tell that it is for a younger generation. Like I said, 10 years ago, I should have been eating this up. But I think the reason that I didn't like this at the time and why I never ended up finishing it is because I was so obsessed with Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick. Like, I literally loved that series. Like, I'm pretty sure I read the first book at least 4 times. Like, I literally was so obsessed with that series, and I think after reading that and trying to pick this one up, I think that this one just didn't do it for me. And so I think that's why I never finished it. But I am going to go ahead and continue listening to this once I finish my episode of Love is Blind, and then I will see about updating again. As of right now, this series is like a 2-star series at this point, but like I said, I would recommend it to like a younger audience. Like if you're like getting into reading and you're like younger, then I would probably recommend this, but like for the older crowd, I would just go ahead and pass on it. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna finish watching my episode of Love is Blind. I'm really sorry if the lighting's like really yellow. It's like this lamp that's next to me because it's almost like the sun is gonna start setting pretty soon, I'm pretty sure. So sorry if it's like yellow, but gonna finish watching my episode of Love is Blind and then pick this up. So if I have anything to update a little bit later, then I will talk to you guys then. Okay, so I've been reading Torment, and oh, you probably can't even see it. So I've been reading Torment, and I'm currently 193 pages into it, so almost at that halfway mark. And this book is getting on my nerves. Like, literally, our main girl, Luce, has no idea what's going on. Like, she is literally the embodiment of a clueless main character. Like, she literally has no idea what's going on, and it's so frustrating because no one is telling her what's going on either. And she's trying to make steps to figure out like how to figure out like what's going on, and like looking into her past lives and stuff, and basically no one is willing to like tell her about it, which apparently she can't hear about it from like an angel or something, I don't know. But basically she's just walking around clueless, doesn't know anything. Obviously Daniel is off doing whatever it is that he does, and then obviously Cam is like with him or something like that. But Cam keeps coming back to this school even though Daniel like can't, and like it's just a lot of things that are going on. And the whole like school vibe, like why is she at school while everyone else is doing stuff? Like, I just don't understand, because she has a major role in what's going on, but no one's telling her like, hey, this is how you help us fix what it is that's going on. And from what I'm gathering, this whole book is told in those like 18 days that the truce is like going on. And I just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. So I'm on page 193, like I said, which is in chapter 8, which means that we still have 11 days to go, and we still know nothing. We don't know anything about any of Luce's past lives. We know that her and Daniel were together, and that's really it. And I'm just like so confused as to like how I'm almost halfway through the second book and our character has barely any development. Like, we don't know anything from her past to help like shape her, or really anything at all to give her any kind of like substance. Like, why is Daniel in love with her? Why does Daniel keep falling in love with her every single time? Like, we have zero substance behind Luce. Like, it's screaming 2D to me. Like, she's not a very three-dimensional character. All these other characters are being introduced, not to mention that she's like almost kind of like falling for someone else and called Miles. And I'm like, girl, you literally have a boyfriend who is literally out fighting things to try and save your life, and he sent you to the school so you could be safe or whatever, and you're looking at other guys, like, I'm sorry, but the least you could do is be like loyal, I guess. Like, not saying that she's gonna cheat on him, but like Cam keeps popping in and now she's looking at this new guy, Miles. I don't know, I just feel like there is a lot going on, but like not enough going on. Like, I feel like there's more stuff happening like in the background than there is in the forefront, so we're not really getting anything. We're getting a lot of loose at the school, and like that's it. Like, she isn't helping to develop the story. Like, the story is not developing the way that I think that it should be developing. Like, the whole point of the series, I think, is that Luce and Daniel have this forbidden love, and this time it's different, and now they can finally be together. But obviously there's going to be like trials and tribulations as to why they can't be together, and you would think that they would try to like fix those things together, but Daniel's like, no, I'm gonna fix it and you're gonna stay at this school and you're just like not gonna be involved. And I'm just like, okay, well then what's the point of the book then? Because if they're not figuring it out together and working on it together, then why are we here? Like, what are we even here for? So honestly, this book is giving me very much disappointment. I don't know if it's just like second book syndrome or like whatever, but like this is just not it. Like, the first one, at least there was some kind of something, at least there was like things happening, but this has like literal no substance. The plot is just like kind of there, but like not really, because you don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know, I just can't get over the fact that our main character is basically like she just doesn't know. Like, I don't know, I don't even know if this is making any sense, but like at this point I just like don't even know. But I'm gonna continue. Maybe it gets better, I don't know, but I'm gonna continue. I'm thinking I can maybe have it finished within the next couple of hours probably. But yeah, so if I have any other updates, I will update you. I'm literally coming back on here to say how mad I am right now at Daniel. Like, so obviously he's like spying on her basically, and so Miles, who I was talking about earlier, kissed her, and Daniel saw it, and then of course he's like mad about it. But first of all, you dropped your girl off at this like random school without her knowing anyone. Like, you're not telling her anything, you're not doing anything for her, you're basically just gone and expecting her to wait around for you, who she technically doesn't even know. Because even though by the end of the first book they were like, oh, I love you, like, okay, yeah, I understand how Daniel can love her, but like she doesn't know this man. Like, I'm kind of confused as to why Daniel is feeling a little butthurt at the moment, because in between every time his little thing with Luce, he's doing whatever. He's not just sitting around waiting for her. So he's talking to other girls, whatever, and she tells him, she's like, literally, you don't tell me anything. Like, you sent me here, you don't tell me anything, you're not helping me do anything, so why are we even together? Basically, like, are we really even together? And so, I mean, I don't like the fact that she technically cheated on Daniel, but I mean, I just feel like she's not asking for too much, you know? She's just kind of like, hey, you know, like, let me know what's going on. And Daniel's just like, oh, I can't. But I don't know, I'm literally almost done with it. Like, I'm on page 367, so I have like 90-ish pages left. We're 3 days from the truce being over or whatever, so literally I'm sick. I'm absolute sick of this series. Like, I'm on the second book and I'm sick of it. We've got the third book next, and I literally just, I'm not gonna be picking that up tonight, because I just know that I'm gonna lose it if I try and pick it up tonight. So I'll probably end up picking it up tomorrow. I didn't do any homework today like I said I was gonna do, so I'm just gonna do that tomorrow when I wake up. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and finish this so I can get this done. This is probably gonna be like a 2-star max. Like, I literally hate everything that's happening. Like, literally it's all just so stupid, because it's like, what is the point? Like, literally, what is the point of this book? Like, there's literally so much going, like, it's just words. Like, no one's doing anything about anything. They're in this war, but there's this treaty, and like, it's just, yeah, honestly, this is turning into a hate vlog, so sorry about that. I know you didn't click on this vlog thinking it's gonna turn into a hate vlog, but definitely is a hate vlog for this series. So also, somewhere between the last time I updated you and now, I've lost my bookmark in the couch somewhere, so RIP to that bookmark, because I cannot find it. I literally looked underneath the couch, behind the couch, on the side of the couch, and I literally cannot find it. So RIP to that bookmark. And we're just gonna go ahead and finish this real quick, so that way I don't even need a bookmark, and then I will probably go to bed after that, because it's 10 minutes till 10 p.m. right now. So like I said, gonna finish these 50 pages, and yeah, I'll update you guys again when I'm done. Hopefully nothing pisses me off too bad within the next 50 pages, but we'll see, and I'll update you guys again a little bit later. Okay, so it is currently 10:30, and I did just finish Torment, and I'm gonna be giving this 1.5 stars. Literally, I did not like this at all. Yeah, I literally did not like this at all. And I'm pretty sure I have actually read this whole book before, because I feel like I remember that Thanksgiving scene. So I feel like I have read this before, but then again, like, I don't know. But this is really bad. Of course, it ends on like a cliffhanger, and you still don't know what's going on. Like, obviously there was this big fight scene at the end, and you still don't know what's going on. Luce still doesn't know anything about her past lives, because no one is telling her, because she has to like figure it out on her own or whatever. And so maybe she'll figure it out in the 3rd book, but the fact that it takes her 3 books to figure out like what the heck is going on, and for her to know about her past lives, is like absolutely ridiculous, especially considering that this is a 5-book series, and we're like almost halfway through the series, and we still don't know anything about her past, and why these people are hunting for her, and why people are trying to kill her. So I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. This is a no for me. So 1.5 stars for this one. I'll probably end up starting Passion tomorrow. I'll probably end up starting it sometime tomorrow morning. But yeah, of course, I will keep you guys updated on my progress on that. But I think for now, I'm going to go to bed. I might watch some YouTube for a little bit, but probably go to bed here soon, and then I probably will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Hello, so it is now the next day, and I have started Passion while doing some homework. I'm currently on page 50, and I can say for a fact that I have not read this one. So like those other two, like I guess I'd read and then like literally forgot that I'd read them, but I know for a fact that I have not read this, because none of this is familiar. So I know that I have not read this. 50 pages in, she's like doing her thing, I guess, that she's doing. She's trying to figure out what's going on. She still doesn't know anything. No one wants to share, so she's taking it into her own hands to try and figure out, like, hey, what the heck is going on? So finally we're learning some things. Not a whole lot, but some things, I guess. The whole story just like doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, I don't know. This isn't for me. After this one, I definitely will not be continuing with the series. I am basically only reading these two for this vlog, and that is literally it. If I was just reading this like on my own, I would DNF. Like, I would have DNF'd, fallen. Probably, like, we would have been done. But for the sake of this video, I am going to continue. And yeah, so I do have a lab that I have to do in about 20 minutes. So I am going to be listening to this while I'm doing that. But in the meantime, I will just be reading some more of this, and I will update you guys again when I have something else to update. Hello, so I am here to update. So I'm currently on page 257, and I think she just figured it out. Not like the reason that she keeps like being reincarnated or whatever, but basically the reason that, okay, now that I'm trying to say it out loud, it literally doesn't make any sense at all, because it basically is just talking about Daniel, because she's going through her past lives to see why it is that she keeps dying every time. And basically where we're at is she realizes that Daniel's love has been continuous throughout the whole however long they've been doing this, and how she has to fall in love each time. But the thing about it is it's love at first sight. So I'm like, is she really, because it's like insta love every time, and I'm like, how does she love him? She doesn't know him. Like, she comes along every 17 years to find him or whatever and fall in love with him, and it's like insta love, but she doesn't know him. She doesn't know anything about him because he can't tell her anything about him. So I'm just confused. Like, it just isn't making any sense to me. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep going, and maybe it'll start to make a little bit more sense, but I'm already like over halfway into it, so I doubt it. And then once I finish this, I'm most likely going to Google what happens in the next two books, because I literally just it doesn't make any sense. Like, it literally makes no sense at all whatsoever. This storyline is terrible, and this plot is, yeah, no, it literally is full of holes. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. So yeah, I will probably update you guys one more time before finishing it, and then if not, then I will update you guys when I'm done. Okay, so I just finished Passion, and I will be giving this 2 stars. So this was definitely better than the second one, but it still just like wasn't good. So yeah, so now that I've finished that, it officially means that I have read the first 3 books in the Fallen series, and the first 3 books that I put on my TBR. So these books have been on my TBR for the longest, since like 2018, I think, and I finally read them in 2022. So here we are 4 years later, finally reading the books on my TBR. But overall, I think this series probably averaged about a 1.75 rating. So yeah, I probably would recommend these to someone who is just getting into reading. Like, if you have a kid who is probably like preteen era, then I might recommend this to them. However, this just literally sucked. So we finally got a little bit there at the end of this one, but it just wasn't enough for us to be 3 books in. It definitely just wasn't giving at this point what it should have been giving. So that is unfortunately why I just am not loving or vibing with this. The writing, however, wasn't too terrible. It was pretty easy to read for the most part, and yeah, but it's just the story in general, I think, just wasn't for me. Maybe if I was back in my Fallen Angel era, like in 2010, I, yeah, would have ate this up. But also, I feel like it does say a lot that I did read the first 2 books and not even remember that I read the first 2 books. So I don't know, just take with that what you will. But yeah, so I think that's gonna be it for this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing to my channel. If you have made it this far into the video, please feel free to leave behind this emoji. And also, if you want to see more videos like this one, or if you want me to continue doing this, let me know down in the comments. Or if you have any ideas of videos that you want to see from me, also let me know down in the comments. I will have all of my social medias linked down in the description if you want to follow me or be friends, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.